So, on a day-to-day basis, there are three things we should do to sustain ourselves: get enough sleep, drink water, and eat. Let's focus on the last one, our food and our nutrition. On a simple basis, there are three questions we could answer: what to eat, how often to eat, and how much to eat. But if you want to delve deeper into this topic, and a simple Google search is where you end up, you're going to find yourself with countless questions. Certain diets have a religious or an ethical background. Other diets keep into mind a nutritional factor. And you're left with so many questions, whether to even count your macros, your fats and proteins, and your carbohydrates. Now, we want to get a closer look at this, so we have a doctor in hand for you to tell you more about nutrition and to help answer some of those questions.
So today I will be talking to you about weight loss during Ramadan. Now, the holy month of Ramadan is a great opportunity for you to lose weight, as well as having great health benefits. Now, research has shown that what we call intermittent fasting, which is fasting for prolonged hours, can be beneficial for your weight loss. And this is exactly what we do in the holy month of Ramadan. So we stay for long hours without having anything to eat. And this by itself benefits not only weight loss, but also the blood sugar reading in patients with type 2 diabetes. Now, research has also shown that one of the benefits of fasting could be weight loss, where weight loss has been shown to reach 3 to 8% of your body weight, as well as reducing your waist circumference, which is referred to as your belly fat, by 4 to 7%. Now, how does this work? When you fast for prolonged hours, your body starts using the stored energy, and the stored energy in our body is stored as what we call glycogen, which is the sugar. Now, glycogen is how sugar is stored in our body. Once our body uses this energy to keep us going, so it uses the stored sugars, once those stored sugars are depleted, your body shifts to using the fat for energy. And this is where the trick starts. Your body starts using the stored fat to generate energy, and weight loss is introduced. Now, the only issue is the person should not compensate for those calories at sunset, where iftar starts. So if we are fasting for a certain number of hours and we're not consuming calories, that means that we have less hours to eat those calories. And if we overindulge in our calories consumption after sunset or at iftar, we have wasted a great opportunity for you to lose weight and control your blood sugar readings. One of the most important facts that is helping our bodies to lose weight is the fact that we are consuming less calories throughout the day. And one other thing that helps patients with specifically patients with diabetes is that this, in fact, the process of burning fat also helps in improving your insulin sensitivity, which means that your body is able to respond to the insulin levels in a better way. Now, like I mentioned previously, one of the biggest mistakes that I see with the patients in my clinic is that they overindulge and they end up having so much extra calories after sunrise at iftar and also throughout the night, where they end up compensating for all that fat burning that happened throughout the day. Now, this is what we need to work at, and this is how I will explain to you what are the tricks and what are the things that you should focus on to be able to reduce the amount of calories you're eating after sunset and throughout the night. So I will get back to you about how to do this just after the break. How can you ensure that you are having good quality food, making sure that you are eating the right quantity? Like I mentioned before, don't overindulge when you first start eating. It is highly recommended that you have a simple carbohydrate to break your fast, like dates. However, the amount of dates you are having could affect, number one, the amount of calories you are eating, and number two, the blood sugar peak that could happen if you have diabetes. Now, this is because dates have calories, and each one date has around 20 calories. Also, each date has approximately 1 teaspoon of sugar. Another thing is incorporating the right amount of fluids when breaking your fast or at the iftar meal. So let's take an example. You should make sure that you are having, let's say, a cup of yogurt or a leban drink, which will make sure that is not high in calories and doesn't peak your blood sugars just at iftar meal. Another thing we should focus at, other than quantity, is the quality of your food. There are so many things you can take into consideration when cooking your iftar meal or cooking any other meals and making the right choices regarding the quality. So one thing you can look at is the cooking method, whether you're baking, you're frying your food. Another thing is to look at the quality of your sugars or your carbohydrates. The amount of calories is related to the cooking method. How much butter you are adding, how much oil you are adding, and whether you are, as I mentioned, baking or frying. Quality also relates to the type of drink you are having for iftar, whether it's leban or juices that are considered very high in calories. One major issue that is causing us to overeat at iftar and later on at night during the allowed eating hours is that the sleeping pattern is completely shifted during this holy month. The whole point is that we should maintain regular sleeping hours. So a person should sleep on average 8 hours, that's like almost the minimum. And if somebody is not giving themselves the right amount of sleep time, then that not only affects their hormonal levels and causes more hunger, they are actually consuming more hours where they are surrounded by tempting foods, tempting sweets, and automatically their caloric intake or their food intake is increased. So please remember that you need to make sure that you are sleeping sufficient amount of hours to help your body either lose that excess weight during this very precious month or even maintain the weight that you have previously lost. I will be telling you more about the details of cooking and how to prepare a healthy iftar meal in our next episodes. I would like to really thank you today for listening to me, and I wish you a very happy Ramadan to all. Thank you very much.
I'll have one of these salmon and vegetables, please. In making your food decisions on what you want to eat, whether it be at home, in a restaurant, or on the go, the key thing to remember is that we have one single body. That body exists with us from the moment we are born until we die. And so with having one body, we need to remember two things. On the one hand, we obviously want to spoil ourselves. We want to spoil that one body we have. But on the other hand, we also need to take care of that body. We need to feed it nutritious food. And so with balancing these 2 points, there comes a very thin line in the middle. That is the line we all want to embark on, where we take care of our bodies, but we also spoil ourselves. Because nothing tastes better than a well-deserved bite after having the best decisions when we eat.